Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, ABAKALIKI, and DistrictSociety. On Thursday, induct its first female chairman, Mrs. Nnachi Justina. Mrs. Nnachi emerged as the first female chairman of the society following a peaceful election that was conducted during 2022 annual general meeting of the DistrictSociety in ABAKALIKI.
I, Nnachi Justina,
do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully bear the true allegiance of CTIN.
I will faithfully bear the true allegiance of CTIN.
As the chairman of ABAKALIKI and DistrictSociety.
As the chairman of ABAKALIKI and DistrictSociety.
Of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria.
Of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria.
The members of the new executive inducted along Mrs. Nnachi include Mr. SYLVESTER, first vice chairman, Cyril Agbo, second vice chairman, Larry Wanoke, secretary general, Uche Anago, financial secretary, Officer Korenus, assistant secretary, Chigeze Ohanede, publicity secretary. Also, Stephen Onukwe, treasurer, Chima Eze, technical secretary, Moses Wankwo, membership secretary, Angela Oyinbe, secretary for women in taxation, Kesley Onyekeze, first ex-official, and Edith Okoronkwo, second ex-official. Mrs. Justina Nnachi, who expressed her felt facilities over her induction as the first female chairman of the CTIN, ABAKALIKI and DistrictSociety, with a praise to God, presents 6-point agenda toward uplifting the organization standard to equate best practice across the country.
On behalf of ABAKALIKI District, welcome you to the inauguration and investiture of our Executive Committee on this day of 26 January 2023. My heart is filled with gratitude for the honor given to us by your esteemed presence. Following my emergence as the first female chairman of this institute, I've come to terms that a lot needs to be done to place the district on higher pedestal in the committee of other districts in Nigeria. I've risen to the occasion and I make strong commitment to upholding the ethics and ideas of the association as I have set to serve in the capacity of the chairman of the district. And with the tacit support of all the members of the executive, we can move the institution to the higher attitude we all clamor for. In consideration of the renewed importance of the tax revenue, especially now that oil revenue is failing us, and the growing fiscal operation of government at all levels, it is therefore necessary for all practitioners to join forces with Nigerian government in tax advocacy, advisory and enforcement for sustainable economic development of the nation and our state in particular. Therefore, I and my team have designed some clear-out activities during my tenure in line with the long-term strategy mandate of the Institute. They include tax education, advocacy, tax advisory, Operation Cash Denial, competency and IT training of members of the Institute, membership drive, appreciation and acknowledgement. I want to sincerely appreciate everyone who finds out time out of his or her busy schedule to be part of my investiture.
In his remark, the national president of the CTIN, Mr. Anderson Adebayo, urged the new executive members to ensure healthy collaboration with government agencies to enhance tax practice toward building the nation. He challenged them to be diligent in discharging their duties and work by the organization's code of competence.
The mission of a tax institute is to promote tax policy, to promote tax practice, and ensure that government harnesses the maximum potentials. So when the states don't give their support to tax institutes, it may also rob off some of the advantages that the state will reap through tax advocacy and enlightenment and promotion of voluntary compliance. The concept of district societies that began less than a decade ago has grown and spread to about 34 states of the Federation. We have about 43 district societies in Nigeria, and of which Abakaliki district is one of them. I therefore congratulate the newly elected chairperson of CTIN Abakaliki and District Society, Mrs. Nnachi Justina, and the newly elected first coordinator of the suite Abakaliki chapter, Mrs. Angela, and their executives for being found worthy by the members to pilot their affairs in the next 2 years. To the both chairman and the suite coordinator elect, I want to charge you to be diligent and steadfast in the discharge of your duties. Always bear in mind that your election into office is a repose of confidence by your members to deliver satisfactorily on objectives and expectations. I hereby assure you of Council's continued support for the attainment of objectives of the CTIN Abakaliki and District, and soon to be inaugurated with Abakaliki chapter. I thank you all.
Also, Dr. Mark Abani, special guest of honor, and Pastor George Opai, the immediate past chairman, CITN, Abakaliki and District Society, emphasized on the need to work with government and its agencies to uplift the image of the organization in Ebonyi State.
To try and get as is provided by the Ebonyi State law, an independent, properly funded State Board of Internal Revenue Service. It is a necessity, and Ebonyi State is not going to achieve anything that it requires if it does not put into practice what it has in its laws. Similarly, we need to work with the State Board of Internal Revenue. When I work across different states in the country, I always insist that FIRS and state come together. Fortunately, our chairman, FIRS and state are already together. Congratulations, Madam Chairman. CTN should be doing, the work should be doing is helping to sensitize the public on what are their obligations as well as their rights. Because there's an obligation to pay tax, but in return for that tax, I have certain rights. And I also have certain rights in the way in which you extract that money from me.
That we have not just existed for the sake of being in existence. We have greatly impacted the tax system in our jurisdiction. We have made tax, we have made recommendations, and we call upon the tax authority we have in the state, particularly the State Internal Revenue Service, to step up action, cooperate with us. We are very ready to work with them. I will continue to collaborate with them. We have received the required cooperation from the state government. We are partners in progress, and all of you who have come to grace this occasion will continue to assure you of our readiness to improve on the tax system, to make sure it really complies with the canons of taxation and give it a human face. Tax is not violence, it's not about bigotry, but adoption of persuasion and universally accepted practice. Thank you.
It will be recorded the election was conducted during 2022 annual general meeting of the district held at Monarch Bliss Hotel, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. channel The Mirror TV on YouTube, The Mirror on Facebook, The Mirror TV on Twitter. Subscribe and follow us, as we shall be giving you updates of the activities here in Ebonyi State and across the globe. For advert placement or sponsorship, call the number